Hey guys, my name is Mings, and are we really gonna do 2 Grimm Guy games in a row? Hell yeah we are, because this is a bit of a special occasion. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this is the first time Grimm Guy has hit 1400 MMR. I don't think he's done that before. I've paid attention to his rating for a while. It seems to have been in like the 1300s for many months now. So this is a pretty big accomplishment, 1400 MMR as Grimm. I mean, who else can claim to have done that? I mean, that is absolutely incredible. And furthermore, in this particular game, he's up against one of my favorite players of all time, Starflash250. You guys know this guy. If you've been paying attention to Advanced Wars for any amount of time, like, you know Starflash. He's probably one of the most legendary players in the community. He's won 2 of the 5 Grandmaster Live tournaments that DJs and I have hosted. Probably one of the best live players in the world. His rating does fluctuate a lot. He's been up to like 1700. It goes up and down a lot. It feels like his mood really affects his playstyle. But one thing is for sure, Starflash is always a joy to watch. They're going to play on this map right here called Celeste. I hate this map, I'm going to be completely honest. Whenever I get this map on Global League, I audibly groan. I don't know how to play this map. I know I said that about the last map too, but there are a few maps that I just don't know how to play. Celeste is one of them. So again, I'm doing this kind of for my own sake too. You know, I just want to... I want to get a little bit better at playing Celeste, so I figured I'd watch a couple of Celeste games. Now, I just want to say something real quick. I don't really know what's going on with the algorithm, guys, but look at the views on the Advanced Wars videos. 59k. I don't know if it's just the advent of RIP or what it is, but I just want to say thank you. For a while, the Advanced Wars algorithm on YouTube was kind of dead after Reboot Camp, and it was really hard to make Advanced Wars content. That seems to have changed now for some reason. I'm not really sure why. But people seem to be searching for Advanced Wars content again, and I'm getting a lot of comments on my videos from people saying things like, oh, found your channel, so cool that there's a competitive scene. So if you're one of those, awesome. It's always nice to see that a game is kind of making a bit of a comeback on YouTube, and that makes me very happy. So thank you to everyone who's new here. I'm going to show you a great game today, Grimm Guy versus Starflash. Now, you may look at this, you may look at these 2 COs, and you're going to be like, oh, I don't know what kind of tier game this was, honestly. I don't know if this was tier 3 or whatnot, but Starflash picking Lash here is actually a bit of a flex. Now, you may be thinking, oh, Starflash, you know, it's a tier 3 CO versus a tier 4 CO, but here's the thing about Lash. Out of all the COs that Grimm can go up against, it's been speculated, like, unless you meme pick Sonya or Flak or something, it's been speculated that Lash is probably Grimm's best matchup. The reason being is that his firepower is so high, he kind of just crushes through her prime tactics, and also Lash doesn't have like movement bonuses. I mean, she does ignore terrain when she pops her powers, which can grant her maybe 1 extra tile of movement occasionally, but really what Grimm hates going up against is movement COs and global damage, and Lash doesn't really have that. So I think I heard someone say that, like, if you look at all of Grimm's matchups, he would rather face Lash than any other tier 4 CO. You know, Jake has movement, Jess has movement, Adder has movement. So again, Lash is actually a very, very favorable matchup for Grimm as a CO. So I think when Starflash picked Lash, it was definitely a flex. He was like, yeah, let's go. I'm gonna pick a CO that I know Grimm is good against. So it's gonna be interesting. I don't know, like, maybe that's what he did. Maybe he just wanted to play Lash. I mean, I have actually seen Starflash pick Lash a lot, so I think he does have a soft spot for her. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I say we get going. So, we got Starflash. I never change his colors, by the way. Starflash always plays his purple lightning. So I never change his colors. Those are like his, that's like his brand. So even though I like to change the COs to their corresponding like faction, I like the Lash players to be Black Hole, but with Starflash I never change his colors because I know purple is his brand, so you know, it kind of gives him a bit of an identity. It's the same with Voice of Akasha. He always plays Amber Blaze. I never change it away. So, both players here are gonna go and capture their neutral bases immediately. I do believe Celeste is one of those maps where the capture phase has been somewhat figured out. There's some variation. Starflash opening Recon here against Grimm Guy, so he's gonna be applying some pressure to these properties right here. Celeste has very exposed airports right here. It's very easy. Like, if you build an anti-air, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you already have an airport lock on the airport. So if you want to continuously build battlecopters out of the airport, you got to protect it. So, and now Lash is definitely not super fond of battlecopters, but what she is or what she doesn't want Grimm to build battlecopters, because we've all seen how scary those Grimm battlecopters are. I just noticed my arm is slightly covering the city. I do apologize for that. I'm sure you guys won't mind though. All comments are gonna be like, Mangs, you're blocking that one city. It's giving me OCD. Please fix. So, day 4 rolls in. Let's see what Starflash decides to do with the recon. Recons can be decent on Celeste. Celeste is like a weird map where it has a lot of rough terrain, mountains, forests, but it also has a lot of roads. So it's both like a heavily terrain map and not at the same time. So Starflash rolls in with the recon. He's now threatening the airport. Now, of course, Grimm can build a tank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he can guard the airport. So let's see what he decides to do. He builds... Yeah, he's going to build a tank, surely, yeah. So he's building that tank to guard his infantry. But of course, Slash can just move the recon elsewhere. So day 5 rolls in. There are comm towers on this map too, which is good for Lash, because 10% extra firepower means that on plane she gets the 20%, which allows her to hit KO from cities. Also, this is stuff that Lash really likes. She loves forests next to cities, because that makes it a lot easier for her to break through. Starflash opens up with a tank of his own. So we got tanks on the right-hand side right now. And Grimm guy, he always goes artillery, man. It's so... You love to see it. You love to see it. He loves his artillery, man, which is like, as Grimm, you'd think artillery would not be good, because again, Grimm has bad walls, and thus artillery are very vulnerable to bad walling. But at the same time, Grimm's artillery hits so hard. I mean, 30% extra firepower on those artillery is so good. So those artillery just become incredibly threatening. So Starflash rolling in with a tank right here. He has the recon. He's gonna get chased away by that tank right now. So this recon, even though it's not doing a lot of damage, it's still being annoying because it's threatening multiple caps, forcing the tank to chase it around instead of applying pressure to other areas. And Starflash is also following it up with a tank right here, so he's applying pressure. So he's forcing that tank into an ultimatum: either chase the recon or go and defend here. And now Starflash sees the artillery and he's like, sure, I can do that too. Starflash, of course, so aggressive. I think Grimm guy's probably going to build a battlecopter this turn. I think that would probably be likely. No! He builds a second artillery! He builds a second artillery. Ultra flex right here from Grimm guy. I mean, it is standard, and artillery are pretty good on Celeste, so, you know, it's not necessarily a super flex. But now Starflash is like, okay, you want to go double artillery? I'm just going to spam tanks now. Grimm guy going for the comm tower, moving in with the tank on the left flank right here. He's capturing the city that's covered by my arm. And now, it seems like Grimm guy wants to take the fight in the center. This is something that Grimm really likes to do. Grimm likes long, elongated brawls in the center, where he can utilize his high firepower and pummel his opponents. And knowing Starflash, I think Starflash is definitely going to accept that role. Starflash never shies away from a fight. Not a passive player. Doesn't like passive stall games. Starflash likes to attack. But Grimm guy, is a very defensive CO, actually. He tends to sit quietly and wait until conditions are favorable to him. He doesn't like to be necessarily the first guy to strike. What Grimm guy does is he moves forward, he goads his opponents into attacking him, and then he counterattacks. Which is weird. I mean, when you really think about Grimm, that doesn't sound like Grimm's playstyle at all. Grimm sounds like a CO that would want to strike first, but that's not typically how Grimm guy's games go. He tends to be the one to counterattack instead of attacking first. Which is weird, but it's how he works. So yeah, by the way, that is Grimm in a nutshell right here. Look at that. Boom, one shot. So his artillery. Ay, 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 ay. Starflash immediately pounces, and look at that. Artillery on the city. So this is typical Starflash right here. If he can attack, he will usually attack. But Grimm has some counterplay right here. You really want to go into a brawl with Grimm guy. I think that is scary, but let's see what happens here. Here comes Grimm Guy. Oh, it doesn't kill. Ooh, one tank goes down. And he's going to go for the artillery strike on the forest, I think. Now he's not locking down the airport quite yet, but he needs the anti-air to go here to ward away the battlecopter. And interestingly enough, he does not go for the artillery. I guess he thinks the tank is more scary, which I can respect. Also, if he attacks the artillery, he's going to give Lash a city-boosted tank strike. So again, Grimm Guy just centralizing his forces together here in a little ball. One shot from Starflash right here. Yeah, Starflash is definitely not shying away from this fight. Oh, only against Grimm can you do that. The second artillery goes down. Yep. Starflash is not shying away. He's accepting the brawl. But, ladies and gentlemen, we know what's coming. This is what's so scary about Grimm Men. That firepower is about to go even higher. Is he gonna pop it? Doesn't pop it quite yet. Wants to go for some power charge first. Oh, there we go. Knuckle Duster! That's a lot of firepower. In comes the battlecopter. Boom. In comes the tank. Kills it off with the infantry. Ooh. Artillery goes down. This is where Grimm Guy shines. These long elongated brawls. But if we look at their value, they're still very equal. They're equal in capture. Prime Tactics is probably going to come in next turn. Look at that. Are we going to see it? Is he going to pop it? Question is, though, would he really get that much out of it? I guess so. Yeah, here we go. Lash's Prime Tactics defense stars are now doubled. But there's not that much terrain for Starflash to take advantage of right here. Battlecopters, of course, gets nothing. This is a nice cap, though. He also caps here, which you love to see it. So he gets... It's actually a pretty good Prime Tactics from Starflash. Like, he gets 3 good captures, which are going to be very hard for Grimm Guy to interrupt. He can still do it, but it'll cost him a lot of attention. So Starflash is... he's looking pretty good right now, honestly. Grimm Guy, let's look at his counterattack. So here we go. He attacks, deals 3 damage to the Lash infantry. So he will be able to interrupt all of these. And as you can see right there, once you start dealing damage to Lash, her Prime Tactics defense goes down considerably. So right now, Grimm Guy is really focusing heavily on the infantry. Takes down the battlecopter. Ooh, it's a devastating attack right here. Boom. Another tank goes down. Starflash gonna get this property, but he's taking a beating, man. Again, this is what I mean when I say Prime Tactics is a very bad power. Like, you can see it just doesn't do much, you know? Doubling terrain stars is not as good as it sounds. Alright. Starflash's counterattack is gonna come in here. He's not gonna shy away from a fight. He's gonna keep the brawl going. This is where Starflash feels the most comfortable. And these players are beating the hell out of each other right now. This is an absolute brawl. It's been non-stop fighting since like day 7. And neither player... This is like the first time Starflash is playing somewhat defensively. He's not going in here. Grimm Guy comes in with the anti-air. And now Grimm Guy seems to be gaining momentum right here in the center. Oh, it's another Knuckle Duster. Oh. Oh. Oh, Starflash is getting beaten up. Oh my god. Grimm Guy just swept the floor. Look at this. 22 units to 13. Yeah, this ain't looking good for Starflashy. He's gonna get a very nice hit right here. Doesn't quite one-shot, but he's gonna sack this battlecopter. He needs to interrupt this cap. Oh, yeah, this is looking pretty bad for Starflash. I don't think this is gonna work out. Oh. Day 14 rolls in. Grimm Guy is about to brush the dust off his knuckles And here we go. Antire comes in, takes out the battlecopter. Ooh, nice city attack right here. Takes out another one of Starflash's tanks. Another tank comes in. And again, just forming that defensive ball that we've come to know. And yeah, this is looking bad for Starflash, man. 13 units to Grimm Guy's 25. 64k value to Grimm Guy's 98. Grimm Guy's ahead 1 property. Knuckle Duster once again. One thing that I noticed about Grimm Guy that is very impressive is he never shies away from a little bit of extra CO power charge. Like, he always attacks a few times before popping Knuckle Duster to get as much CO charge as possible, so that the next Knuckle Duster comes a little bit quicker than his opponent expects. So, Starflash activates Terrain Tactics. Yeah, and he immediately resides right after, so... yeah. Ladies and gentlemen. Well, that was fun. Congrats to Grimm Guy beating Starflash. That is no small feat. I think actually this was the game that made him go up to 1400 MMR. So Starflash always is such an entertaining player to watch, man. And Grimm Guy, I think these are like, this is a combo made in heaven, man. Grimm Guy, Starflash, perfect matchup. They've played before, I know, and I know Starflash has beaten Grimm Guy before too. But this was such an entertaining game, I just had to cast it. And once again, really appreciates the renewed hype for Advance Wars content that seems to be surfacing on YouTube right now. That makes me very happy, very white-pilled for the future of Advance Wars, you know. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the content as well. My name's Mangs, and I'll see you guys next time. I don't know what happened, but my mouse just vanished. I'm not really sure why. So I don't know how to end this recording. So I'm just gonna end it very awkwardly by saying bye.